not just to play, but in general, how to play in general and to be better, not
Right.
only in Overwatch but in play in general. And right now, I have a goal. I want to be contenders. I have 2 years and 4 months to be contenders, and
Okay.
I'm a bit lost. I only know that I need to be top division and top OD, but I don't really know if it's a good place, how do I do that, etc. So
Sure.
I think it's a transaction like I have a point of view about how to accomplish my goal and what is the step I need to do to become a contender.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. So, how long have you been playing Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2?
So I'm playing Overwatch in team for like 3 years and Overwatch in general for like 4 years. 4 years.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. And I see here that you're a support player, but how long have you been playing support?
Already, 4 years, 3 years, sorry, 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
My first year, I OTP Sigma, and after I go to the team and I play ML support for 3 years.
Okay, makes sense. So what attracted you to support? What got you started playing support to begin with?
One team look for people and they're only lacking support, so I filling the blank, and now I'm playing support.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, I'm just pulling up your form here. Let's see, mercy, man. What do you have in a session? Have an experienced person who looks at my goal with a different eye and gives me advice on how to best succeed in this challenge. Okay. I'm a main support player. I've been playing in a team for 4 years. I'm currently in a 4.5k team. Okay. How long have you been working with the same team for 4 years, or just different teams for 4 years?
Different team, but that's interesting topic, and I think we're gonna talk about that later.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. You're currently in a 4.5k team. I specialize in communication. Okay, so how long have you been with the team that you're currently playing with? How long have you been part of the team?
2 months, I think.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I specialize in communication. What do you mean by that?
Like I think my point really strong in my gameplay. Like I'm really good at track ult. I'm really good at keeping the communication clear and shot caller, call the ulti management, call the cooldown management, etc.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of like main support players are like the old tracker, but it sounds like you also like make plans and stuff like that as well, like shot call and all that stuff.
I don't do the plan, but like I support the main tank.
Okay. Makes sense. All right. I'm currently done. My rhythm of games is 1 hour of theory and practice and 2 hours of scrimmage every day in my hero pool in scrimmage. Okay, so what do you mean theory and practice? Is that ranked or VOD review or what?
It's like VOD review and coaching other team.
Okay, do you coach? Does your team have a coach, or do you coach yourself?
I coach myself, but I try to take advice from different coach.
Got it. Okay. So do you VOD review with the team, or when you coach, is it just like coaching yourself?
I'm coaching myself.
Okay. What kind of stuff do you do? Do you look at your own VOD reviews from scrims or from ranked games, or?
Yeah, I look my VOD review for. I look my VOD for scrim. I try to look 2 things that I need to improve, and one thing when I did good thing.
Yeah.
And like every day I try to see if I write them down on the paper, and every day I see if I respect the thing I need to improve.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
3 months.
How many months?
3 months.
3 months. Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a good system here. Okay. It says here that you're GM4. Are you still GM4 right now?
I'm Master 1 right now.
Master 1 right now. Okay, so how long have you been GM High Masters? How long have you been in the higher ranks?
GM, I think 2 seasons.
Okay, 2 seasons. So you're still kind of new to the higher Overwatch tiers.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that we're getting up there. Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about your training schedule in a few minutes, because obviously that's very important from what I'm seeing on your form here. Okay, goals here: place top 30 at the OD. Long-term goal: my goal is to become a contender before 2026. Okay, so let's talk about your tendonitis. Break me down when you found out that was an issue, what you've been doing to help with it, work around it. Give me all the information on your tendonitis.
Okay, so 1 year ago, my hands are too much, so I see my medicine, and he told me to stop playing. So I can did a break from Overwatch for like 3 months, and after the thing was not fixed. So I wait a bit, I try to do something, but 3 months after, I see a good medicine specialized in tendinitis, and we did some workout about that, some cryotherapy
Yes.
to improve the thing. So like for 3 months, I do that. So right now, take 2 sessions with him every week to fix that. My hand was a good way to heal, like in 3 months. But I misunderstood something about my exercise, and I do it too much, so my hand is hurt, and I run it to do all the way back.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds good. Okay. So are you still doing some of those exercises today? Is that something that you still do?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
And just
not ill again.
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
still not
Okay.
ill.
Okay. 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 So, it says you can only play around 2 to 3 hours per day.
Yeah, I can play only 2 hours. That's why I try to do VOD review, and because I don't hurt that much.
Right, right. Okay, okay. I assume you've checked your sensitivity and there's nothing that you can really do. Is it on your wrist or your elbow?
My hand
Your
and my
hand.
wrist.
Ah,
Yeah,
hand
but
and your
it's
wrist.
very generalized. Like it's all my hand and my wrist that in healing.
Okay, 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 okay. Well, that's tough. I'm glad that you're seeing getting some therapy for it and trying to strengthen that back up. That's obviously very important. Here's what I will caution, okay? Be very careful. Like, I will give you help with what you can do for Overwatch, about what you can do better to get better. But I want you to be very cautious and pay very close attention to your health. And I'm saying this as somebody who is not just a doctor, but as somebody who is in the esports scene, who plays and coaches Overwatch competitively and has done so for many years. There have been times in my life where I have let my health go because I wanted to pursue something, and many times I wish I had not. So for you, if 2 to 3 hours per day is what works and you're okay, and it's not it doesn't get worse and it's all right, that's fine. But I want to encourage you, because a lot of people are going to push you to like, be careful. Your health is more important. Your health is more important, because here's the thing: is like, even if you make Overwatch League in 4 or 5 years at most, it's gone. You know, but you got to live with that hand for the rest of your life. So I encourage you to be. I'm not saying don't pursue this, but just be smart. Be very smart about it. Okay. But let's see what we could do to 2 or 3 hours per day. Keep doing your therapy. Keep strengthening mobility. Try strong hands can play Overwatch. Weak hands cannot. So like that. Always trying to strengthen that up. So right now you do about a VOD review every day. You VOD review every day.
I tried that, but not suitable. So like I do the review like two a week, and if I do the review, I see content or I coach other people.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I think 2 a week is certainly good enough to coach yourself. Can you play for 3 hours?
Like I can do stream for 2 hours and ranked. I cannot ranked every day. I cannot ranked 1 hour, but sometime I can.
Okay.
I like to do that. Try to do that. Yeah.
I would experiment with my schedule to find out like how much ranked you can actually play safely every other day. Maybe some days you do VOD review and then some days you do ranked. That's fine, but that would be something that I would experiment with to see. Obviously, scrimmage is the most important practice, so that holds priority. But that I would try to find out, like, can I get 2 games, 3 games, you know, somewhere like that before
I
it
need
starts
to
being.
content game. Yeah, you're right. I need to content game, not in hour. Okay.
Yeah. We need to find out like exactly like where is going too far, where is not going far enough, you know. Okay. Now I have another question for you here. So you say 2 hours every day of scrimmaging with your hero pool and scrim, but then you put a lot of heroes: Lucio, Mercy, Zenyatta, Brigitte, Baptiste. What's the deal with all? Why do you play so many supports?
Yeah, so I only put my hero in order, like the most confident and the least.
Yeah.
Like BAP I cannot play in good level BAP, but I can do with like my other support cannot play play BAP. But my trio hero, like I've been streaming every day for 3 days for 3 years. So like in Scrim, even if I don't rank a lot, I know a lot about my hero pool because I scrim every day for like 3 years with the same hero pool.
Right. Okay. The problem that I may have, maybe something you need to talk with your team, is that you're not getting a lot of time to play every day, right? 2 to 3 hours. So it's really important that you're if you're able to try and specialize just a little bit more than even like the average main support player, because it's going to be hard for you to be able to get good at any more than like 2 or 3 heroes and tops, right? Tops. So right now, I imagine you probably don't play much Batiste, like you were saying. But, Lucio, Mercy, Zen, Break, even that alone is still pretty big, right? So work with your team maybe, and if you guys are able to find a couple of compositions that you guys can specialize in, put you on Lucio, put you on Mercy, put you on Brig, put you on Bat, whatever, but not too many, because right now you're essentially working, what I would say to get to contenders, you are working like 2/3, maybe even close to half of what a player should do to get to contenders. So you need to be very efficient with your time, not only with your VOD review, but the number of heroes that you're playing as well. And I know that's hard, but that's what I would try to do. And at the very least,
not more than 3 heroes. Not more than 3 heroes, that's right?
No more than 3 if you can. 2 to 3.
Okay.
2 to 3 hours to play, 2 to 3 heroes to play. And also that applies to ranked as well. Like obviously if you're playing ranked, try to stick with only those heroes.
I see your video on that. I see your...
Yeah, because we want you to be mechanically strong, right? And it's going to take a lot of practice.
I can try to do that.
Okay, just even a little bit better than where we are right now. Sleep looks good. Looking through here. VOD review 2 times a week is good. Do you have a warm-up, or do you just go right in and play?
I try to warm up before scrim sometimes.
Yeah.
But I only warm up my end, not my gameplay.
Okay. Maybe worth doing 5 minutes of gameplay, just a little bit, like maybe in a death match or something like that, but it's not that... It's
not too much mechanical to play.
Could be.
Like when I play Ranked, I only play Mercy because other row is too difficult. This match is too hard.
Okay, that's fine then. I mean, obviously you have to do what's best for your hand. Okay.
I can try to see if I can do other warm-up.
Okay. So this is all I have from the forum. Is there any other questions or anything that you think that you want to discuss or before we get
I talk about contenders. So for you, how do you begin contenders?
How would you get to contenders is what you asked, right?
Yeah.
Well, you need to get your rank up.
Okay.
And that might mean getting your mechanics better. It might mean game sense, positioning, understanding, cooldown usage, everything. We'll look at your gameplay and we'll find out what about your gameplay needs to get better. If you're scrimming with a 4K5 team, are they like GM2, GM1? Yeah. So you're like, even if you're like GM4, whatever, you're probably are you like one of the lowest ranked players on the team?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So like I say, I'm really bad at in Ranked, but I've been in 4.5 team for like 1 year, and I talk about it a lot with the coach because I know my rank is very down, but I don't think my gameplay is more bad than other Lucio in GM1 or GM2. Maybe my Mercy is bad, but is more weak. But my other hero pool, I don't think is that bad.
Okay. Well, my point is that the SR that you're scrimmaging at right now, the rank that you're scrimmaging at is pretty good. Even if you think that I'm actually pretty good in terms of like team play, and I believe you. The rank that you're at is pretty good. For you to be able to go to like, let's say a higher team, like top 500 team or a team competing for OD, unless
already competing for the
yeah. So unless you have a really good reputation, I don't think teams that are like top 32 OD will even be interested in trialing you with your rank. That's the problem. Now, is that fair? Is that not fair? Maybe not. I don't really know. But that's why I wanted you to make sure that you're working on your mechanics and even your rank performance, because that you're going to need to get that to like GM2 or whatever, GM3 for you to be able to trial for these teams. Maybe not now, but in the future, right? After the season's over. But in the meantime, I think the team that you're scrimmaging with, 4K5, if they're GM2, GM1, that's good practice. That's like competitive for you. And then I guess for me, it's just going to be about finding what about your gameplay needs to improve. I think for you, it's like, understanding how to make connections and who to message. That may help. But honestly, I just think right now we just need to focus on getting you to be a better player with the time that we have. And then, if we'll cross that road when we'll get there when it comes to like making connections and messaging people. But yeah, for right now, get you a better player, better mechanics, better understanding. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, so we talk about team. I am a bit struggling with how to in what is like to become top body. I need to have a team because Overwatch is a team play, not only me. So like 6 months ago, I was in a team and I decided to leave the team because for me that was not a good team and etc. The time pass, but like. Right now I don't try to stick with the team. Like I only fly to look for a good team, but I don't know because 6 months ago, like I say, I was in a team and I leave the team. But right now this team is like top 20 and seem to be good. So I'm asking myself if I need to look always for the better team or I need to stick with one team and try to improve on here.
I would stick with the team until you're one of the best or the best player on the team.
Okay.
If you think that I'm the best player on the team, I'm the hardest worker, maybe I'm one of the highest ranked, I am the most competitive, and you stick with them for a season, and then nobody else like gets better and nobody like improves, then you need to move on. That's what I did with coaching right now. Is I'd always find like a team that challenged me, and then I would move on to the next team after, from there.
Okay.
But as long as you're being challenged and learning and like you're not the best player on the team, then you need to, I would probably stick with that team unless that team is like super, super toxic. Right. But yeah, that's my recommendation. You never want to be the best player on a team is my point. Okay. You never want to be the best player on a team.
I see our video on the smartest in the room.
Right. Because if you're the best player on the team, you're probably not going to get challenged as much. We want you always challenged. And I think right now you're probably at least being pretty decently challenged. Okay.
Really good.
Any other questions?
We see that. So, do I need to augment my hour of Overwatch gameplay or not? Like I can do as many hours as I want of review and the content of YouTube and Overwatch. Do I need to augment my hour on that or not?
Okay, with reviews?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, are you asking how often you should review?
I can like my hour of like when I have a review game, like I coach when I'm coaching other people, when I see people coaching on YouTube, like it's not hurt my mind, so I can do that all day. And I'm asking if it is good to improve the hour of doing that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So like looking for other ideas or tips and tricks on how to improve and like, okay. I don't know, like you need to give yourself time so that you can actually improve at something, right? Practice something. And then if you think that you've gotten better at it, move on to the next thing. A lot of people like ask me like, hey, I want to book a couple sessions with you back to back to back. How often should I get coaching with you? And I generally recommend once every 3 or 4 weeks, no more than that. So if you're going on like finding YouTube videos and you're getting ideas from other pro coaches and stuff like that, try to not give yourself too much information, right? It should be one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. Okay. And when you feel that you've gotten better at something, then you can move on to something else. It's a lot about like what you were saying about finding a new team. You wouldn't jump to like, you'd work with one team, practice, get better. And then only when you feel like you've gotten better and maybe you're the best player in the team, then you move on to the next team.
Okay, I see.
So you don't want too much information all at once is what I'm saying. And that's also why like you have to be careful going back to your hero pool, because if you play like 4 heroes, that's a lot of information that you might have to be thinking about with all those different heroes. Okay. Does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. If I can understand your code, so this code was in LAN yesterday. It was not with my main team, but in team created for the LAN. We play Kings Row. I think we win that map. But it's Kyle and I play Lucio, so it represents to the best of my ability.
Okay, sure. We'll take a look then. I'll get it streamed on Discord in just a second. Okay. So this is a scrim, you said?
It was the LAN, the tournament.
Oh, LAN tournament. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Okay, let me get this pulled up. Okay, so let me get the rank set up here. Okay, should be good to go. So, can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, perfect. So Brawl Mirror, this will be fun. Actually, how's the volume for you? Is it quiet? It's a little quiet for me. Is that all right?
Yeah, you can improve a lot. You can bump up the TV.
Yeah, is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah, why not?
Yeah. So here's a question for you. So in the Brawl Mirror, what are some things that you need to make sure that you're doing properly?
Okay, so I need to be where we with my team when we're in phase of positioning. I need to help my DPS if they try to tank angle.
Yes.
And I need to yeah, I think the those thing I need to is the those thing I need to look for.
Yeah.
I think my team with positioning is an actor to help my DPS take angle.
Right. Exactly. Okay, we'll take a look. Yeah, they're chasing. Oopsies. Yeah, I mean, obviously that rotate has to hit. So this is a little micro tip for you. So obviously, like, making this rotate here is really important. So one thing that kind of lingers from Overwatch 1 with Lucios and Brawl Mirrors that needs to shift is who you actually boop. Now, it might change depending on what you can and can't boop. Like, maybe that Reinhardt is really, really aggressive, so you boop the Reinhardt. Okay. But you generally should not be looking for Reinhardt when you're booping. He's a lot tankier than he used to be, number one. But number two, the tank boop resist, right? Like, all tanks are harder to CC. So what my goal, or your goal, should be here is you need to be looking for this guy right here.
Yeah.
Always prioritize Mei, because if you can get her ice block because you booped her in and your right swings in her, much more value than what you're doing right here. Much more value. Yeah. I mean, even Meis and Ryans, when they're trading walls, usually they focus the enemy Mei and not the enemy Ryan. And like, you could look at it right there, like, obviously, like, you didn't know it, but like, look. You see? Like, even when you're after the boop is done, like, that Bastion is dead. You either need to be looking for Mei, which you are, but looking more for Mei, or you need to be looking for their Baptiste. One or the other.
Okay.
One or the other. Yep. Okay. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. I need to look more for the
Yeah. There's not a lot you have to do in the Brawl Mirror, but you have to do the few things really, really, really well. That's the tricky thing. Okay. Lucio on cart. Okay, just waiting. So I think here, small thing, amp speed, I probably would have stayed amp speed here. Just for, okay, so you go back to amp speed, that's good. But then again here, I would not be looking at Ryan.
Okay. Yeah, and to look at the Mei and try to boop the Mei out.
Right. Either you're going to boop the Mei in, or you're going to boop the Mei out into the open. And then also you have to be thinking about, like, Bastion too, right? Like, if I see Bastion on turret here, like, I need to know that and probably be shooting him, if anything, right? It's just, Ryan is just not the priority target a lot of the time. So I think for you, it's just a little bit more attention, or focus this guy, right?
Yeah.
Don't let him get the boop on your team or your Mei. You know, you boop him, he doesn't boop your Mei, right? So, because I'm actually curious what he tries to do here. Yeah, he's trying to boop everybody out in the open. He's trying to catch your Mei out, right? And he actually ends up getting it. Now, the funny thing here is, look at their Mei's HP.
Yeah.
A little bit of help here and she dies.
Yeah, she dies.
She's so close. It's just better return on investment for you. And definitely speed here. Yeah, okay. Just a small bit of attention, because like this is something that you can do in ranked as well. Like obviously tank focus is helpful, but always be thinking like, is there somebody else that I can do better versus?
Yeah, okay.
Like just a few shots matters so much more than shooting a lot on Rhine Shield. Okay,
yeah.
This looks good. Good. You know what you got to be looking for right now, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. You got her. Nice. You see? That was good. That was good. I don't know if you're on purpose going for her, but that was really good. And then now this is good because he's obviously, obviously he's frozen. But another little detail, by the way. I wonder if you here should be wall riding here and booping these guys in, or booping these guys away.
I don't know. I mean, the gap between the wall and the bastion is very big.
That's true. Okay. You kind of go for it there. Ooh. If you could stay in the wall. Ah, yeah. Just got. I think here you could have amped.
Yeah.
So like amp speed or heals here, one or the other. Unfortunate. Okay, let's keep watching. These Bastion players never learn, man. It just doesn't work. Okay. Okay, small thing here too. So, what are you thinking this fight? What do you think is the plan? Do you remember? I mean, this was was it yesterday or recently, right?
Yeah, yesterday, but I don't remember the plan.
Okay. So what do you think would be a good plan here?
We don't have. We have Shatter. We have Beat Fast. I want to beat the beat. So maybe we try to look for Nugget. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like in my plan, I just want to beat the beat. Like I know I want to do that.
Yeah.
Except that I don't know what to do. We're just gonna play with mine and see how the game will go on.
Yeah. So this is something that you can think about. You could say, guys, I want to beat the beat.
Yeah, I will do that. Every time I call my.
Right, but do we want to like speed shatter here? Speed shatter, force the beat, and then we beat on top of that, right?
Yeah, we want to beat. Yeah, well, I want to use my speed on forget because they don't have mace, so I don't need to call that.
Right. Now my problem here though is that you guys are getting really close and you don't have your beat yet. So be very careful. You could be like, guys, let's just wait, take damage, and let me just build up the last little bit of my beat first, because like it would be a shame to take this fight at 96% beat, and then no, I wish I had my beat. Just a small thing, because you're still sitting on speed here, right?
Yeah.
Good boop, right? No May, right?
Yeah.
So boop the Rhine. Unfortunate. There's the beat, but do you see it? There's the beat. Now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the Rhine is dead, so probably don't need to beat at all. But you didn't know that, right? You didn't know that. You needed to have your beat here, just in case. Okay, I mean this is all fine. I don't think there's anywhere that you can really play here, to be honest. I think maybe just like here, because I'm thinking, is there a boop that you can get? No, I don't think so. I think it's too open. I don't think it'd be safe. Nice shots. Good shots. I will say this as well. So you practice with your team, so they should know that. Try to have your Mei, Rhine, Bap, Bastion, whoever, call their ults and their pushes, because your Mei is using Blizzard right now, right?
Yeah.
You should be amping speed.
Like I said, it's not my team. Like, we create a team for this tournament.
Oh, okay. So this isn't your normal team.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate because ultimately you want to amp speed here, right? But
Yeah.
you don't know that she's blizzarding. But as soon as you hear blizzard, amp speed, right?
Yeah.
There it is. Just a little slow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Bad spawn. We can skip ahead. Okay. Now, what are you thinking beat for?
I like to beat the shatter. I don't want to beat the main here because we can just come back. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. And then what happens if they don't shatter? Kind of tricky, isn't it?
I just gonna keep it, I think.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Careful. Oh. I literally was like saying careful.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's kind of weird though, because if you think about it, it is a little bit your job to get rid of like their DPS.
On this play, like for me, when I played enough, for me, there was not a mistake because the Enzo, for me, my Enzo, I keep the attention of the Enzo, so normally I don't take the arrow.
Right.
That's my point of view.
Right. You need to make sure that he's distracted, right? And then you go for it. And then maybe even there it'd be like maybe not here, but like wait for the cart to push up, and then you can actually get close to him and boop him. This is just too far away, and he's not distracted. This isn't gonna work. Okay. Next fight, you guys lose. Okay. But yeah, you can kind of. It's like a minor detail, but do you see what's happening on your screen in the top right?
Yeah.
This is kind of like, this is why, like, I know the Rhine is low, but this is where you have to be like super careful about like only focusing Rhine, right? Kind of like what we we're talking about with the Mei, right? Like right there, that's really good, really good. There's sometimes a lot of value out of just denying their Lucio, denying their Mei, you know. You win the Rhine trade by doing that. The Rhine there is probably dead either way. Okay, this is good. What do you think about this position versus this position? Is either of them better right now? I'm not honestly not sure.
I'm afraid, one time I played when the Lucio was that and my team was not advanced, I attack a random arrow flash. So I say myself, not again when I play NZ.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, maybe your team's too far back here for sure. Yeah. All right. There's the amp speed. Love to see it. That being said, if you're gonna amp speed here, what should you be doing?
Take the high ground.
Right. Either one of two things, right? You either take the high ground and you boop them down, or you amp speed, boop Reinhardt in, right?
Yeah.
I think Reinhardt dodges it. You need to boop him in or boop these guys off high, one or the other. So every push that you guys do, think about like, who can I boop in, or who can I, like, what angle can I take away, right? Like, what Hanzo angle can I disrupt? One or the other. Okay. Because they're too scared here. You're too scared. Because they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about Blizzard, right? So you have a chance to go aggressively.
I see.
That's a good beat. Don't focus Rhine. Where is that Hanzo? Where's that Mei, right?
Okay. I need to stop this Rhine.
Yeah. A lot of focus on Rhine. It's just like, that's like Overwatch 1, you know? Yeah, okay, you guys cap. Okay, so do you have any questions so far?
So when I write that I need to not to look less for the Rhine, that's all.
Yeah, I think it's less focus on Rhine and more focus on Mei on the front line, Hanzo on the high ground, Lucio on the wall. You kind of see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, it really depends. Like the first fight, it was definitely Mei. And then when you guys were pushing through this choke, it was probably Mei or maybe Lucio. And then here it was like there wasn't really anything you could do because it was too scary. But then here it was definitely, you know, can we boop the Reinhardt? Okay, maybe not. Can we clear high ground? And then as the fight evolved, you were still looking at Reinhardt when there was stuff going on like right here that you needed to kind of control. Like your team will still be in your aura if you're here. Yeah. But this isn't any better, and I think that's the main thing for you. Outside of that, I think it's okay. Like mechanically, definitely could be a little bit. We need maybe a little bit more practice. Maybe a few of the amps that you can look at as well. Like making sure, like I assume when you're playing in scrims, like you're always like listening for like amp calls for Blizzard, for Beat, or for Shatter. Excuse me. But just something to kind of keep in mind because like even in ranked, right? Like people are not going to be calming that much. So you have to kind of use
the majority of the speed you see is not cool because we have a team who may not in the very fast, so you need to practice.
Right. So you have to kind of like listen and look for when your team is pushing in ranked to know when to amp. And honestly, that's like a good habit even for scrims because even in scrims, not everyone's gonna call every plan perfectly. Like
I see your content on that. Yeah, I see your content on that.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to use your eyes a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look here. It might also be worth staying on heels here too. Yeah, so just a small thing, but you're not moving. Like there's no reason to be on speed. You know, just stay on heels. Take a little bit of pressure off of your Batiste and your Mei, especially. Just a small thing, but I think it's worth doing.
Okay.
I think this is good. Yeah, I think this is good. Like if you guys get a wall on Mei, you know, you always prioritize the boop on Mei, but like this is just gonna set up a nice wall, I think. Yeah, that's good. Good focus on Lucio, right? Though you see that, and then now you go for Mei, right? That's good. Careful. Now here, what are you thinking?
Boop. I don't want to boop in, I want to boop out.
Right. So I think for here, maybe boop the Lucio out to here. You know, just send him flying. You know? Right? Yeah. You see that? This Lucio could die. Aw. Okay. Oh, your right is so low. Speed. Nice.
No, what speed?
That was good. That was really good. Okay. Yeah, good speed there. Oh no! Just a little too early. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. I think you played pretty well there. I do want to note that there were a few times, especially early on before you guys were pushing or kiting, you could have been on heels instead of speed. That would have helped just a little bit. I think for the most part, the boops were okay. Let's keep watching.
I just have a question about mine. Like when I play in ranked, like you say I need to improve my mechanic. In rank actual right now, like when I play on my main account, I talk a lot because I think it's the best way. But do I think I need to talk less to improve more my gameplay and grind more my gameplay and less my mechanic, my vocal?
Yeah, maybe. I think just calling what you need to call, and then just practicing your gameplay whenever you can. Because that's the thing is, if you are practicing on your gameplay, you're gonna call a little bit less. So that's okay. Let your Ryan and Mei call the walls and call the pushes. You still need to call your beats. Maybe you still need to call like your amp cooldowns. Hey, 5 seconds to amp. You know. But outside of that, I think you're okay. Because it's like you're a big communicator, but maybe you need to take. I don't know, find out if there's anything that you're communicating that you don't need to communicate, and then allow yourself to focus on your game.
Yeah, all the cooldown, like when the Sigma Rock, I can just put out.
Right.
I tell my run to not do
that's unfortunate. I mean,
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing here either. I mean, that's a missed opportunity to boop.
Mm.
He's looking for shatter. Oh no, he's not. He's dead. Speed. Oh no. I think we just need to be higher, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah, maybe. That's hard to climb on the wall because, like, you know, they have like a little.
yeah.
Like when you see the wall, it's not a perfect wall. Like it's the wall. Like a rebord. I don't know what you rebord.
Yeah.
It's hard to climb. Yeah, just the wall is hard to climb.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're here for the boop, right? Like, you're here for the speed and such, but like, I don't know. Like, you're just.
Yeah. I can play more.
Yeah. This is good. This is really good. Nice. This is good too.
Not now.
No! Honestly, I don't even. It was a good try. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that wall doesn't happen, I think you guys win that 2v2. I'm not even mad. That's all right.
Okay.
You know, mistakes like that are gonna happen, but like, it happens once. Like, we want to focus more on the stuff that happens again and again, right? Like the speed, the heal, the booping the right targets, positioning higher on the wall. Like I don't have a problem with that beat, but I have a problem with a lot of the stupid deaths that you've had where you just kind of like get caught with your pants down. Like, you just die, right? You get frozen. You get headshot by a Hanzo. You're standing out in the open and get shot by a Bastion. Remember the thing here as well when we were pushing through this choke on attack, and then you just died with amp here. Like those are the deaths that we need to fix. That right there is whatever.
Oh.
Like that death right there. That's stupid. This. Probably stupid, but it's not that. You were trying something, right? But there's just no reason for your death here. There's no reason.
Yeah.
No reason.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the mistakes that we want to fix. Okay.
Just to be clear, like when I play rank, I need also to like only have 3 heroes in my pool and not play with other hero. Like if I see we only have Mercy or not Mercy, like I don't go back. I just play with my Lucio, play my Break, play with my Mercy. That's right.
Yeah. When you see an opportunity, when we're wall pushing or we're pushing with an ult, you can go aggressively. But even then, when you're going aggressively, you're always going up high in the wall so that you're not fragile, essentially. And then when you can't really push or go for an aggressive boop, it's fine to just sit, shoot an aura, and just sit there on a corner. Just wait. There's not a lot you can do.
I was thinking about Rocket, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's it. and for the Ryan, right? It's the Ryan because he's the only guy who's playing aggressively, right? Like you look at this Reinhardt and look at the rest of his team, right?
Yeah.
Boop to May. No, you can't. Look at these guys. This is the only guy, so he's easy boop. Remember the boop on Ryan here? Remember that?
Yeah.
Same thing. He was like here and his team was like back here. So yeah, boop the Ryan. You know, easy. But whenever we have like Ryan and May playing aggressively, you boop May.
Okay.
Or Lucio playing aggressively, boop Lucio. Or Bastion playing aggressively, boop Bastion.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Go. These Bastions, man, I don't understand why they ult like that. Now, you guys have May ults here.
Yeah.
It might be worth for you to play here if you can.
Interesting. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think you can dodge Blizzard from here. Now, you might be dueling their Lucio here, but I think it's important for you to be here to get the boop.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
So you know what it is? It's something to try, is what it is. Something to try. Yeah. So if you try this and you're like, I always end up falling because when I kite, I hit this little like roof thing and I fall and then I get frozen. I don't know. Try it though, right? Try it. Okay. Maybe if they have Blizzard, you can't be here. But if only you have Blizzard, it's safe. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't have to worry about kiting. You can just push. The ultimate irony. You're on this position, but you don't get the poof and you get frozen. Disaster. Okay, it's fine. That's funny. Okay, we keep going.
So here I was really afraid of the Enzo, and I don't know. Like I try to contest the high ground because I was afraid of Enzo, but like I cannot poke because the Enzo can aero me.
What you're doing right now is fine.
Yeah. Okay.
If you sit here and you aura your Hanzo, that's helpful. Now again, I asked the same question though. You guys have Shatter, you guys have Bap Window. Is it not also reasonable for you to play this position again? If we're playing this corner.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because we don't want to control. They don't need to control this high ground.
Right. This high ground, you're not playing, here. You're playing here. So would you not want to also be here?
Yeah.
Even if they had something like a beat, because you could like amp speed out and boop their Ryan or May back as you're disengaging. I don't know, something to consider. Because you're right. It's like it's hard. Like I can't peek Hanzo, so why am I even here? I mean, every time you peek, it's a risk. Ooh. And you see the problem is like you go from here to here, but you fall on the floor.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I need to. I understand. I need to clear this wall.
Yeah. Very good. That's good. Because that's gonna help somebody hit shots, right? Booping them out in the open like that. Nice. Very good. Okay. Same thing here. Like it's the same problem, right? Like if you guys hold this corner, and you can tell your team and be like, hey, listen, we need to play this corner so that I can play here, right? You guys can't back up because if you back up, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get caught down.
Okay.
But this is like, if you want to play here, then we need to play here. Like here's another. Like maybe if they had like Bastion, you guys could play this corner here, so that you could use your Hanzo high ground. You could do this here, but. Yeah, I see no reason for you to be here.
Okay.
Because you see it, right? Like whenever you guys use an ultimate, you can't. You're late always.
Yeah. Okay. I see. I can understand why you play on this one.
Yeah. Good boop. Okay. Next fight. Good beat. A little bit messy, but I think you guys still win this one. Yeah, this is fine. That was okay to focus Reinhardt because your team was also critical. They needed healing, right? So it's like you go back, you help your team, you peel off the run. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just the initial starting position just makes it all so hard.
Okay.
Now, this fight, they have beat. You guys have window. I think obviously this is a new team, so I don't know how much communicating you're doing there. But this, I want to fight here. I don't want to fight here versus beat.
Why? From my perspective, like we want to force them to use ult very fast. Like and if we can trade the window for just the corner, it's good for us.
Sure. So there's two ways to look at it, okay? So either one is we want to fight here, use beat, kite to this corner here. That's good.
We don't have beats.
Okay? The other way is to looking at it is I want to play around my Hans. Actually, I like your idea better now that I think about it. I like your idea better. Yeah, because you could use the high ground here because they don't have Hanzo anymore. So you could use high ground here and just fight for high ground with your Hanzo here. Yeah. Okay, I like your idea better. Speed, drop speed.
My team called it and I will not focus here.
Yeah. You need to be dropping in speed over here. Just even to like the corner, just from yeah. Yeah. So when your team rotates back here, their team wins this position here. So then you have to rotate to like this corner here. Now your Hanzo is in trouble too. What I would have liked here, obviously this is just like whatever, it's a LAN team, you know, so whatever. But like you and your Hanzo up here, and then maybe you guys drop back to like here or something like that. This is a bit of a mess. Did you get one shot? No. Maybe
no.
You do. No, you don't. No. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Let's go. Get him. Yeah, that's it. All right, not bad. So, what are you seeing so far? What are some skills that you think need to be practiced? I mean, obviously it's a LAN, not your usual team, but what are you thinking?
Yeah, so like we say, I right now that more focus Loxy more than the rain, like see the opportunity around the rain, play on the wall and the third points when we aggro, and play attention to my aura lane. Yeah, you say I did badly, a stupid death, but like I don't know how to improve on speed death because in definition they are stupid. So like not
Right.
I want to know.
Yeah, some of the stupid deaths felt like you weren't sure what your team wanted to do, and then like you kind of just die, you know. Whereas with your usual team, some of those deaths probably avoidable. So let's focus on Ryan, unless he's the only one aggro. Maybe playing closer to your Ryan May core when needing to push with ults. Easier to set up, boop, speed. I guess the heal aura.
Yeah, rather than also healing like more heal sometimes when the team do nothing.
It definitely felt like sometimes you're a little bit slow to build your beat, and I think a lot of the deaths were the problem for that. But I also think maybe just a little bit more of heal aura as well. Okay. Do we have like 5 more minutes? If you want to look at another code, we could look at a few more team fights.
Just before that, like in ranked, like sometime in rank, like I see I have OTP Mercy with me or OTP Zen or something like that, and I don't know if I need to go back or do I need to stick with staying Lucio, Brig or Zen, like my hero pool.
Yeah.
What do you pool on that? Because if I play not that, we're gonna lose, but I don't improve on my my gameplay.
Yeah.
But if I like you say, if I want to be contender, then I need to have a high ranking. But for me, the ranking is more to improve on scrim.
Yeah.
So I want your point of view.
I think just whatever you think you need to practice is up to you. Because like even if you're like, I'm not sure that this hero is like the best hero, but you need to practice your mechanics at it, right? So like
okay, so yeah, if I know TP Mercy, I don't play BAP, I only focus on my hero pool. Okay.
Right. Focus your hero pool and pick whatever hero works best in the composition. And if it's not the perfect hero, that's okay. It's just a ranked game, you know. It doesn't really matter. Like the end goal is like, you know, you have symmetric top like OTPs in top 500, right? So like it just pick what you want to play. And even if it's Mercy Lucio, like, you know, you'll survive. I'm sure. Any other? I mean, honestly, we do some questions. So, do you have any questions for what we saw? Because we talked about a lot of stuff.
No. I think it's pretty clear. Like what I need to do. No, I don't think I have any question. No.
Okay, so let's say Lucio, and then priorities on hero pool, improving improving individual play, because you have improved, obviously. Like you've only recently been in the higher ranks. You said like the last few months, right?
No. I say for 1 year. I'm on 4.5.
Okay. Well, I mean, like at the higher ranks is what I'm saying, not just the team play.
On the ranked.
Yeah. So keep improving your individual play.
Okay, so I have one normal if you want, you have the time, but not really much.
Sure, we can let's look at a team fight real fast.
Okay, so that's why in my last so in the tournament, I was the last game against the winner. I think they have all the contenders or all the World League and so on. No?
Yeah. Okay. Give me a second. Pull this up.
He is the hero. I not okay. No, it was okay.
Yeah, you got Lucio. Some more Lucio. Is this your usual team? You said.
No. Still for land.
Still the same land? Yeah. I'm not recognizing these names. Okay, we'll look at it a little bit more. Yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit here, like with your aura.
Yeah.
So like right here, we're just kind of standing still. Probably just sit on heels here.
Yeah, for me, like here, we want to rotate and aggro them or go back. So for me, speed was better here. I don't know. Like here, we want to move, not.
Right. Well, now you need to be speed. Now.
Okay, now. Okay.
Right now, absolutely speed.
So I don't need to anticipate, or I don't need to anticipate the movement of my team. I need to react.
Yes. Well, you need to react and listen, right? So, like, surely that your Mei is going to call this. If she doesn't call this, you can see it, right? So then you can react. I think that would just be a small help because I know how it feels where it's like, well, I need to be on speed just in case they move. But then that mindset is what's going to keep you in speed for a long time waiting for them to do something. It's okay to be like half a second, a quarter of a second late because that's going to allow you to stay in heels longer. It's going to take more pressure. And this is even this this is pretty good. Well, let me watch. Yeah, this is fine. There's nobody but Ryan, right? So it's nobody but Ryan. So you just focus Ryan. Yep. Oh. I hate that so much. Nice mechanics. Good shots. Oh, you almost got him. Probably would have helped your Mei there because your Rhine was all the way out.
Yeah.
But it's tricky. Let's watch one more fight.
Okay.
Scary. Yeah. Oh, I guess we're going in. Yeah. Yep. I mean, if you're going to go for a Hanzo, that's win, right? When you can get quickly on top of him and he's distracted. Let's watch one more.
Okay.
Massive, right? Very big, huge boop.
Okay.
Very important boop. Now, as long as you can survive. Okay. Speed. Oh, should be okay. Yeah, that was good. I mean, you could see it, right? Like that boop on Mei was ridiculous. That was insane.
To be fair, when I did the boop, I don't realize that was good.
Right. But that's the thing is like we need to get better at that. Like actually looking for that, you know. I don't know. Again, even like that Earth Shatter there, you just need to be a little bit cleaner about anticipating those things. You know, whether it's like the Window Fire Strike, whether it's the Blizzard, whether it's the Earth Shatter. I mean, it's just having a better idea of like self-preservation, understanding, okay, I could die to Earth Shatter here, right? I need to be on the wall, right? So then instead of here, could I be higher up? Is there a way to do that? I mean, maybe not, but something that you need to, I think looking at some of your deaths and trying to just cut down on some of the sillier stuff would be helpful as well.
Okay, so see my deaths and see when I can avoid that.
Yeah. Some of it's just going to be different stuff, but like looking at stupid deaths and thinking what could have avoided them. I think because you get CC'd, frozen, shattered more than you should.
Okay.
And I think that would be a priority. Okay. Do you have any questions?
So just to be clear, what I need to do is like for now on, I just need to click to 2 hours of Scream, 1 hour of Ranked, and 1 hour of Ready Review every two times a week, and I'm good for the.
Focus on health too. Again, I'm saying that not because I'm sure lots of people are telling you that, but probably not lots of people in the Overwatch scene. And I'm telling you, be careful. Be careful. Any other questions?
I'm like when I don't have a coach, like I jump a lot of team on team, so like I don't have a one coach, but I have a lot of coach. Do you think it's a bad idea?
So you have a lot of coaches, you said.
Like ouais, every once a week I do VOD review with a coach, but every time it's like every it's
I
a
don't think it's
different coach
necessarily
every
a
time.
bad thing because different coaches will have
Yeah.
different ideas, you know?
Mhm.
Just again, give yourself time to like actually practice things, right? Like don't give yourself, it's like we talked about earlier, not too many different ideas all at once, right? Give
Yeah.
yourself time to go with one coach. If they have good advice, work with them, practice what they say. And then when you get better, you move on to that, maybe to the next one, but just don't do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like give yourself at least a
Okay.
few weeks to like actually practice the things that they give you. Otherwise it's going to be a bit of a problem. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah. I think so. I need to like every time I need to rather than one thing I need to improve the week, and after the
Yes.
end of the week I need to see
Yes. 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 I know it's tough because you're like, I can only play so much, right? So I'm trying to like make
Mhm.
up for it by doing more coaching. But like, I only think there's only so much that you can compensate for that. But you can't like
Okay. I
fix that
see
problem.
the. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yeah. Any other questions?
I have a document when I say when I when I meet you I'm gonna tell you that I just need to open it because I forgot it
Yeah.
about now.
Yeah.
So
Well, here's the thing is, even if you do think of any questions in the future, you can message me anytime.
oh,
Yeah.
that's nice to.
Yeah. So don't worry about like, oh, I have to think of questions right now. No. You